How do you feel about a friend with benefits? But instead of sexual benefits, it's just cuddling. Tried that with my roommate. We were both recently single and really missed cuddling, so we tried what we called platonic cuddling. To ease the loneliness. Didn't really work. I think there needs to be some level of chemistry between people for cuddling to have its desired effect, and while we're really good friends, it just didn't scratch that itch. Hugging the homies is top tier. There used to be parties in New York and other cities where people could go to cuddle complete strangers. With consent. In their pajamas. Moderators were always there to make sure nobody tried having sex. I don't know if they're still a thing. That would be better than a pillow. This is more than fine, but in my experience, it's rarely a balanced relationship, and one of the respective cuddlers is often secretly hoping things turn sexual or romantic. Cuddling can be dangerous territory. I mean, in high school and college we had a co-ed group of about a dozen friends. On movie nights we all chose a cuddle buddy. Before settling in to watch, that group had male and female, gay, straight, bi friends, and there was no bias. We just grabbed a friend and cuddled. If we were doing a movie marathon, we often switched cuddle buddies in between movies. Edit. I grew up in an emotionally abusive household and rarely gave or received physical or verbal affection. Before I found this group of friends, many of my other friends would make fun of me for being unwilling to say, "I love you," or to accept physical contact like hugs. This new group of friends gave me a safe place to love and be loved without any pressure or strings attached. When I first started going to movie nights with them, I would sit in the kitchen or on the floor in front of the couch. They did not judge me for it. I'm not close to anyone from that group now. But I'm forever grateful to the love they gave me and taught me to accept. More edits. 1. Thank you for the now multiple awards. 2. Even in romantic relationships, you should totally have cuddles that don't lead to sex. I am now married. My spouse and I snuggle most nights while either watching TV or with one of us playing video games. Sometimes the snuggling leads to sex. But there is never pressure to do it if one of us isn't in the mood. Sometimes I just need snuggles. My spouse gives me a safe space of comfort and love. No matter the relationship, snuggling should not imply sex as mandatory. There's a whole universe of this. People pay for it. Look into professional cuddling services. I love my dog. In theory, great. But in practice, there is a huge overlap between the people I'd want to cuddle with and the people I'd want to have sex with. For me, the cuddling would make most sense before or after sex. Sure, it doesn't have to be sexual. But if things are already that intimate, it isn't a far step to other feelings. On the other hand, just yesterday my cousin was telling me about this. How he and a friend were doing lots of cuddling. Even reading the Cuddle Sutra, which I guess is about platonic but intimate cuddle positions. He seems real happy about it, but I know if that were me. The emotional catharsis of cuddling and the physical catharsis of sex go best together. I might be happy to just cuddle, but damn, I'd be super horny after. Assuming I'm attracted to my cuddle partner. Which could be safely assumed if I'm cuddling with them. Honestly, that'd be nice. I could use a hug. We could probably all use a hug. It's too hot to cuddle. Tried it, but it turned into sex. Had that arrangement with a friend in college. Would definitely do it again for multiple reasons. 1. Gets rid of feelings of skin hunger, touch starvation. 2. Made me much more confident around women. 3. Had a guaranteed date for formal social events. If you find someone open to this, go ahead. Just know that they might break it off if they find someone that gives sex and cuddles. Need now. I'm lonely. I'm a guy and my best friend is a girl. Non-sexual friend cuddles are nice. I love it. How about instead of cuddling I get health and dental benefits? Considering I already cuddle with my friends. That sounds fine, lol. My friends and I frequently cuddle. Sit in each other's laps and hold hands. Just normal for us. Probably what I miss the most, having not seen any of them for 7 months. I'm a female truck driver who is bisexual and hasn't had the greatest of luck when picking partners for relationships. About 3 years ago I broke up with a manipulative asshole of an ex. And decided that I wasn't going to get involved with anyone for a while. Clear my plate, so to speak. But I was lonely. There are lots of truckers out here that are in it for one-night stands. But I am just not that kind of person. I needed comfort. Without the sex and all the strings attached. So in my weird wisdom, when I was planning on going home to basically recharge my batteries and see some family, I posted an ad on Craigslist. Nothing special. Just pretty much free room and board in a semi-truck. Free travel. No felons obviously. The only requirement was to provide platonic comfort after the long days and nights. And to help out with paperwork and sending messages over our electronic log. Gets things done faster and it isn't hugely difficult. There of course were the thousands of spam ads and several guys who thought I was playing prostitute. But then I had a few promising replies. Should mention here that a needed at length interview needed to happen in where we would spend the day together doing whatever and learning about one another, so we knew we were compatible writing buddies. One woman replied. We met and had a wonderful afternoon. She wanted a break from some of her life responsibilities. Her lease on her place was up. She was also bisexual. We liked the same things. Had the same kind of humor. Music likes. Etc. etc. She was with me in my truck for about 7 months and some change. We drove all over the US. She learned stuff about truckers. I learned things about what she did. Keeping things anonymous as she uses Reddit. And we had the best time. We cuddled during my 10 hours breaks. She got thousands of pictures and went to dozens of places she never would have if she hadn't replied to my Craigslist post. We parted ways as she got tired of the traveling life like most normal folks, and we still correspond once in a while. We both have different lives now. As I am engaged with surprise baby number 4 on the way. And she's married with 2 lovely children of her own. That's my story anyway. Edit. This blew up, so sorry if I haven't replied to your comment. My inbox is kind swamped. I also screwed up the timelines. I am not good at numbers, but I'll explain here. I broke up with my ex in March 2017. And my friend got onto the truck with me about 2 months later. She stayed on the truck until midway through 2018. Her relationship and subsequent children's birth timelines are a little weird. But in short, it was a whirlwind romance that ended in twin boys being born. Sorry for the confusion. Edit 2. For those that are jabbing me in the side for my surprise 4th kid. I have 3 older children. My youngest is 12 now. Besides the one I am pregnant with now. And my ex-husband and I divorced a few years after she was born. My fiancé now is, for all other explanations, broken. His little soldiers don't swim. And half or more don't carry genetic info to even make a baby. I was also on birth control at the time too. It's my surprise baby. My fiancé's miracle baby. Edit 3. Thanks so much for the awards, guys. If you're really in the mood to spend money though, send a donation on over to the St. Christopher's Fund. They help supplement the income of drivers that have fallen on hard times due to medical issues and other hardships. I buy their keychains to donate every time I see one. Also, does anyone know how to mass read messages or notifications so I don't have to click through them one by one? Lol. My dick gone get hard and then it gets awkward. You guys are getting benefits. In all seriousness though, this would be great. I wish physically contact was more normalized than it is. I've had breakdowns from lack of physical contact. It's really detrimental to mental health. I want hugs. Man. I miss warm hugs. I don't remember the last time someone hugged me. So I'll take it. Edit. These awards. I'm crying. Thank you so much. I love the Reddit community. Not loved in real life, but sure loved on here. Thank you so much. So, to me, cuddling someone is semi-intimate. Prolonged physical closeness, like if you were sitting beside someone watching a movie, and you decided you'd be more comfortable partially leaning on them. A hug is an embrace. And different from cuddling. I love to give hugs. Especially since I've got that big huggy teddy build, look, and demeanor. But it's basically just my gay friends and some family members who I freely offer hugs to. I'm asexual. That's all I want. I've had friends in the past that I cuddled with. Low-key just want a baddie to scratch my back and tell me about her day. So sign me up. We should normalize platonic touching as a society. That just a good friend. The word benefits comes when there are sex involved. A girlfriend invited me to snuggle with her during a movie and I got a crick in my neck trying not to rest my head on her breasts. It just felt awkward. But I did have a male friend for a while who gave the best hugs, tight and long. I wasn't attracted to him. but it was nice to feel a man's body against mine when I was single. Do you not cuddle your friends? My friends be treating me as a straight-up mattress bro. As a guy, I'm all in on this idea. Touch deprivation is a real thing. And having another human being's touch, even a hand on a shoulder, is enough to give some cathartic relief. If someone hugs me for longer than a couple seconds, I have to pull away before I start tearing up. Not to be dramatic, but it is that bad. I don't know what these other people are talking about at always resorting to sex. As a straight male, I've cuddled with friends before. Both females and males. College friends when we were going through tough times together. And it was nothing but refreshing for us. Nothing ever went sexual. And it actually gave us a long-term emotional boost. Highly recommend everyone to try. I think it comes with maturity too. My girlfriend and I communicate well and have come to terms with allowing each other to be physically affectionate with friends. Never anything remotely sexual. But think of that episode of Friends when Joey and Ross would secretly cuddle together. Or when Chandler and Rachel would cuddle on the couch every so often. The key is for the friend to be a friend of both of us, not just one of us. That way, there's more security and everything becomes a lot less threatening. We both understand there aren't romantic feelings or emotional affairs attached. It really is just, to the most simplest of terms, human love. Edit. Deprivation. Not depravity.